And you will not be able to think that breast cancer had the audacity to try to attack her. But Sister Girl is going to get up here right now, and she's going to share her story. It's going to make your jaw drop. It's going to make you cry. But then it should leave you with a very important message that breast cancer knows no age. I speak of none other than Rachel Toomey. Come on up, Rachel.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel. This is my first year walking in the 3-day. And on August 6th, 2010, just 1 week after my 24th birthday, I was diagnosed with stage 3A breast cancer. I stand in front of you today as a 2-year breast cancer survivor. I was active with running and sports. I had just graduated from college and started my new career as an auditor. I had friends, and I had a new apartment, and I had a boyfriend. My life as an adult was just beginning, and my schedule didn't allow for appointments where I would find out what I thought I already knew, that I was a healthy and normal 23-year-old. I waited a week to see if the lump would go away, but of course it didn't. I waited another week to see the gynecologist, where she went on with the whole "you're too young" spiel, a lecture I'd probably hear another 50 times. She sent me on to get my first mammogram, which at 24 was no different than when you're 50, uncomfortable. However, sitting in that waiting room may have been the stranger experience. I was the youngest one with that blue robe/napkin on by at least 20 years. Immediately following my mammogram, the radiologist wanted me to get an ultrasound. And immediately following my ultrasound, they requested that I proceed to a 4-needle biopsy. During that rush from test to test, which I'm sure most of the survivors in the room can relate to, I wasn't fully able to process what was happening to me. I had convinced myself that whatever it wasn't cancer, because cancer couldn't happen to me. I was only 24 years old. On that Friday, August 6th, I received the call. I was still at work, and to this day can't remember much other than the words "malignant" and the final "I'm so sorry." I had previously read on the website that given my age, I had a 0.5% chance of my lump resulting in breast cancer. It was in that moment that I became part of that 0.5%. Being that I was young and in such a late stage, it was determined that I must have had this cancer for years, 2 years if they had to guess. It had taken me only 2 years in my 20-something-year-old body to develop stage 3A breast cancer. A simple self-exam, a 30-minute doctor's appointment where they didn't just brush over my breast because I was too young, could have prevented my cancer from getting this far. But I was 24, and no one, including me, felt that this disease was incredible. In the months following, I underwent numerous surgeries and the strongest treatment available. I lost my hair, I lost my breast, I may have lost my ability to have children, and I lost the carelessness that comes with being young. I lost thousands of dollars to medical bills, and hundreds of hours to the weakness my surgeries and treatment put me through. But I didn't lose my voice, I didn't lose my soul, and I didn't lose what made me who I am. In the words of an amazing woman named Robin Roberts, I have decided to make my mess my message. So I walk today not only because I wanted to raise money towards the research that ultimately saved my life, nor because I wanted to be a part of this amazing experience where the women and men around me would understand my prior pains and my current enthusiasm to be alive. I walk not only in memory of 2 of my friends' mothers, Mrs. Doherty and Mrs. Cahill, who have recently lost their battle with this relentless disease. I walk today because I want others to be aware that breast cancer isn't something that only happens in your 40s. I just want one other person to see me walking, want them to look at me and forward the message that something as simple as a 2-minute self-exam can save their life. Because if I hadn't done one that day, my teammates who have joined me on the 3-day team race from Reach's Wreck might be walking for me and not with me. My name is Rachel, and I walk because I believe everyone, no matter what age, deserves a life.